What up, YouTube? This is DJ the Bell Bondsman back at it again, just touching back bases with you all. Coming back over a weekend. I was in Dallas for the weekend at my aunt's 60th birthday party. Just hanging out with a lot of my family on my mom's side. Didn't get a chance to make a video Saturday or Sunday, but I am gonna stay consistent. Back at it again. Just wanted to come holler at y'all for a second on the bail bond tip. Like I said, I always like to reiterate, I am a bail bondsman. I am a private investigator also. Grew up in the game, know a lot about the game. If you ever want to hear anybody's opinion on bail bond, then holler at me. But hey, I just wanted to come talk to y'all about you always hear people say, well, this video might be for you. If you're like, I don't need a bail bondsman, or somebody ever giving you their bail bonding card, because I know I did that several times or a few times since I've been bail bonded. I go to give somebody a card. They're like, I don't need a bail bondsman. I don't get in trouble. I don't go to jail. Well, naturally, I basically always tell them, hey, it's not for you. Everybody has that uncle or that nephew or that cousin in the family that always goes to jail. Everybody does. I don't care who you are. Or that Hunter Biden in the family. Everybody has a Hunter Biden in the family. They can't get right. And they call you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Instead of calling you, or if they do, you can just refer them to, hey, I got a bail bondsman. I know a bail bondsman that can take care of it. And you just push it out to them. You don't have to worry about it no more. We take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? And so I like to say one thing I recommend and I suggest everybody does, and this is for people that always say, I don't need a bail bondsman. Yes, you do. Everybody needs a bail bondsman. I don't care how good you think you are, how high class you are. I've never been in trouble before. You need a bail bondsman. Even if you got a lawyer on deck, you still need to have you ain't got to be just best buddies with no bail bondsman, or just hang out with one, but you need to have one where you shaking his hand or her hand or talk to him just on, hey, met him, shake their hand, hey, I'm so-and-so, this is this, and get their card and just tell them a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm going to show you why you do need a bail bondsman, for one, just like I was saying, everybody has that uncle, aunt, cousin, or just person that can't get right, that Hunter Biden in their family. And they're going to need a bail bond. So you might have a friend or a family member calling you like, hey, do you know anybody that knows a bail bonds? I need to get so-and-so out. I need to get Johnny out. I need to get Ricky. I need to get Tyrone out. Do you know a bail bondsman? It's good to know one, have one on handy. But this is why you need a bail bondsman. And you need to get a personal relationship, just like you got a relationship with a good, whenever you move to a town, you need a good mechanic on hand, use it for your cars. Your car or your vehicles or your motorcycle, whatever. You need a good mechanic. You got to find you a doctor in the city. You need to find you a good lawyer. And just regular people. If you don't, but a lot of people work in the corporate world. If you can get that on your insurance where you pay the prepaid legal, get that. And people usually use that. But you definitely, you need a bail bondsman just like you need anything. Like you need insurance, you need a bail bondsman. And these are the reasons why. And this is for the people that, I don't need no bail bondsman. I'm never going to jail. I don't do nothing to go to jail. I ain't never been in trouble in my life. The only thing I got is a speeding ticket. I'm going to tell you one reason why. And this is for all the people that say, I've never been in trouble. Don't need a bail bondsman. I don't get in trouble. Okay. Say everybody has that Hunter Biden in their family. Or that person that can't get right. This is what happens. So you got that person that can't get right in your family, or even that close family, like a brother or sister that kind of resembles you, and they can't get right, and they're always in trouble. I've seen it before where you got people out here, brothers and sisters, or say like you got that brother that can't get right, and he don't have a license suspended, or he got warrants in his name. A lot of times those people will secretly remember your DL number and or your social security number. I've seen this happen millions of times. Or a cousin in the family. Or find out your social security number just while they being at your house or hanging around. Or they're just family, so they bump into it for some odd reason. And they remember your DL number. They get pulled over by the police. Oh yeah, let me see, license and registration and insurance. I don't have my license, officer, but my name is. They say your name, and I don't have my license. I left it at home with I accidentally left it at home. They make some stupid excuse why they left their license, and they spout off your social security number and or driver's license number. And the officer actually lets them pass with that. And they go look at the picture, and it might that could be that person. It could be, they go pull it up in their database on the computer. That probably, I guess that is them. Or if they don't have a computer, they should call it in and get a description. Hey, he's 5'8", light skinned, brown hair. If it's close, yeah, that might be him. And so they go ahead and write the ticket in your name. But this other person's getting the ticket, but it's your name, your information. And you got a ticket you don't know about now. And you think they're going to go to court? Hell no, because they got warrants already, and their name is already burnt up. So they're not going to use their name. They're not going to court. And what happens, sometimes they'll rack up multiple tickets. And just say if it's out of town or out of state. And they rack up multiple tickets in your name. So you're just a goody two-shoes, ain't never been in trouble, law-abiding citizen, and one day you just so happen to get pulled over. Or one day you have to do a background check. Warrants pop up. Or you just get pulled over. And they say, hey, Mr. Johnson, you got warrants for 3 traffic tickets, and you failed up here on all 3 of them. I didn't do that. That never was me. I never got no traffic tickets and not appear in court. I'm an upright taxpaying pillar of the community. I don't get tickets. Well, we got right here. You got warrants. I want to talk to my lawyer. Well, you got warrants, and you got failed to appear warrants, and you got an MBOA, which means a no bond on arrival. You're gonna have to come see the judge. And guess what? You're gonna go to jail. Even though you didn't do it, they're going to arrest you and take you down to jail. And whether they cite you out or you have to bond out, now you're in jail. Now you're in panic mode. They done took your phone. You don't know nobody's numbers now. Well, if you had a bail bondsman on deck and you knew one, let me call that bail bondsman right quick. And he knows me kind of, so we're going to get this figured out. He's going to come get me out. I'm not going to have to dig and find and beg a bail bondsman and tell him my whole life story. If you got a little personal relationship with you, okay, I know this, Mr. Johnson, I'll never get in trouble. He's a good person. I gave him my card, I'm going to go get him out. And then it's going to get cleared up in court, because most of the time what they're going to do is go compare signatures on the bond. And when they see them signatures are different or whatnot, or you can prove where you worked there, then the case be dropped. But you're going to go to jail first. You're going to go to jail, and 9 times 10, well, if you're in a big city, you're going to have to bond out, but you mess around in certain cities, smaller towns, or just certain places, you're going to have to bond out, just depending on what the judge ordered. But you didn't do nothing. You're an upright, standing citizen. You never got in trouble before. That's one reason goody two-shoes need a bail bondsman. Tell you the second reason. And I seen this happen to a personal friend. And I was actually involved where I had to come testify for this personal friend. Because the guy was with me when the alleged incident happened. And I'm the bail bondsman. Everybody in relationships. And people go through all type of things in relationships. And breakups and spiteful women and bitter women, or vice versa. Spiteful men, bitter men, angry men that want to destroy you because for whatever reason the relationship's not working out. So guess what they do? 911. Yeah, Jason beat my ass and he did this and did this to me. And I got marks all over me. He did this and I'm trying to call and make a police report. The police come out and make a police report. And she shows bruises on him. She could have did them herself. And if the story is believable enough and convincing enough, and they take it to the prosecuting attorney's office, they'll put a warrant out for your arrest. And guess what? You won't even know you have a warrant for domestic battery. Could be domestic battery 3, 2, or 1. Could be something serious. And guess what? You're going to go to jail on a battery charge, and you can get pulled. You can be going to work one day, and you get pulled over, or they just come and serve a warrant at your job. And they come to your job and lock you up in handcuffs and embarrass you in front of everybody. I've seen it happen before. Like, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. And then you're going to have to bond out. You don't have a bail bondsman, though, because I'm too good to get a bail bondsman. And now you got to plead your case, especially if you're from out of town and you don't have no family in town. That's the bad part. Now you got to beg and plead with a bail bondsman to bond you out. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have no family around, but you don't know nobody. It's just going to make it hard on you, whereas you already knew a bail bondsman. You ain't got to be best friends. You ain't got to talk to them. Maybe just holler at them, shoot them a text once a year. So they name just stay fresh in your, hey, just reaching, just hollering at you. We don't need no money or anything. Just, hey, you just want somebody to know you, Or y'all got a mutual friend somewhere. Like, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so. I'm going to go get him out. I know he good people. And you go to jail. But I know a person where a girl said her baby daddy, or breaking up, pulled a gun on her and pointed at her. And she feared for her life. And my guy got charged with, like, I want to say assault, a felony assault. Didn't do it because guess what? I was with him, helping him do something at the time. But she made it up. And it was convincing enough to the prosecuting attorney. This guy has a college degree, was working in corporate America, never been in trouble in his life, a genuinely good guy, genuinely I could leave $500 out. I never have to worry about it or about it around him. He's a genuinely good guy. How did he know? For some reason, he found out he had the assault charge, and luckily, he got to turn himself in. And he called me, and I was right there to get him out. He was in jail. He went in jail no time. I was there. He didn't have to dress out because I was already there. I knew him. And I went on and got him out. He just called me, and we set it up, turned himself in, and I was there the whole time with him. He didn't have to dress out nothing. Go in, picture, fingerprints, mugshot, fingerprints, paperwork, court date, out the door with me. Whereas if he didn't know a bail bonds, he'd go in, get booked in. You might have to dress out because you waiting and calling out a bail bond. So instead of you going in there, you don't have to take all your clothes stuff off. You don't know a bail bondsman. It might take a day or two because you waiting around. They make you dress out, and that's hard when you have to dress out into the prison clothes and all that, take all your property and everything away from you. Whereas if you just prepare with a bail bonds and got on the same page with one, now, hey, I'm going to have it all prepared where I ain't going to have to even dress out my street clothes and give out my money and everything. So I just go in, out. They won't have to take no property from me, make it a smooth rotation. But he had to go fight that in court and get a lawyer. She totally made it up, and guess what? They had to pull the video from where we were actually at when she said this stuff happened. And the video proved that nothing happened like that. I had to go testify on his behalf. Well, I ain't have to, but I did because I know how women do men. It happens with men, the vice versa too. So that can happen all the time. A girl can say you put their hands on them. Then another real big reason why you need a bail bond is you definitely need to have a personal relationship. Especially if you're out here single, dating in the dating world. And you dating women with kids, especially you're a man and you dating women with girls. I done seen it so many times where you see a man dating a girl, dating a man, dating a woman with daughter or daughters with an S, or married to a woman with a daughter or daughters, plural, and y'all get into a big deal when y'all about to break up, and a woman will make a rape case up on you saying a molestation, saying you did something to their daughter or something. I've seen it happen all the time. I've seen it happen all the time. Or the daughter is 14, 15, usually around that time, 14, 15-ish. You get to smelling themselves, their body developing, they're growing to a woman. And some of them are fast, and they trying to move around the streets and do this. And you stepdad trying to play the real dad and trying to coach them through life and give them some tough love and tell them what they don't need to do and what they're not going to be doing. And they are resentful to that. And they'll go make up some molestations and sex charges saying you touched them and did this and did this. And once again, you have a lot of good guys that get jammed up like that. Now, what's worse, sitting in jail with a rape charge because you don't know a bail bondsman, or whereas you knew a bail bondsman and he knew your character, and you'd be like, but even on the, like something like that, if you're a bail bondsman, you're gonna research it enough first and be like, before I make a move and bond this person out, to hear the story, to see what's going on, to see if it's just from what you're hearing, is it anything real with this? But guys get stories made up on them all the time about touching and inappropriate actions with kids, especially girls, and you get jammed up in jail. You ain't never had nothing in your life but speeding tickets or traffic fines. You never been in trouble in your life, no history of it, nothing that will hint to it, and you'll get jammed up like that. But if you know a bail bondsman, you can get in and out quick. That's the key. Because, like, nobody wakes up in the morning planning on, I'm probably going to go to jail today. When it happens, you never know what's going to happen. Or it could be you just out at the club or at the mall, and it's just that random day where somebody try you. And you might have to defend yourself, whether it's with your hands or with weapons, and you go to jail. You need a bail bondsman. You really do, unless you want to sit and with you knowing having a personal relationship with a bail bondsman is just meaning the less time you got to stay in jail. Because I'm not gonna have to do too much research. I know you. I know kind of what you do in life. I know what you got going on. We're going to get you out of there fast. And if you know a bail bondsman, you can feel comfortable calling a bail bondsman and be like, hey, I got a warrant out, or hey, I'm finna go to jail, man. Hey, go and get ready for me as soon as they set my bond. I need you to come get me out. I'm already prepared. I ain't got to talk to them. Just call my wife, do whatever. Call my husband, or call my mom and them. You shoot me that phone call right before they lock you up. We already game plan. We on top of it. I done call mama, I call uncles, husband, wives. We getting the money together already, getting the paperwork. So as soon as you ready to get bonded, you can go. That's why you need a bail bondsman. Because it can happen to anybody. Just like a car accident. You get car insurance, you don't plan on having no accident. You get homeowners insurance, but you don't never think your house is going to burn down. But it happens every day in America. The same thing with the legal system. You know the United States have more people locked up than any other country in the world, but I forgot the percentages. But we're the ones here to get you out because you're innocent until you're proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? So you don't spend much of your time in the free world on this side of the wall than on that side of the wall. And that's why you need a bail bondsman. But yeah, I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Just want to keep it going. If you like my videos, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. And I'm going to get into more topics, but I'm just sticking on the bail bonding right now, but I will venture off into other things, you know what I'm saying? Especially politics. That's my thing. You go see all my old videos, it's all politics. I can talk politics all day, hours and hours and hours. But hey, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.